right, I am live now. Hopefully chat pops up. Live chat. David Burt, what's going on? How are you doing today? All right, hopefully this goes good, and hopefully I can read the chat and still pay attention to the road here. We're gonna try this out. I'm gonna flip some camera angles once in a while. Hey, all the way from Canada, howdy. Ellis, Gene. If I miss anybody's chat messages, because it looks like it pops up, stays on for a few seconds. You got 23, 13, 20, and Plum Crazy on order. When they might start building those? I don't know, but I know there's someone who just picked up a 23 earlier, actually, yeah, this week. And they said they put their order in back in November. So I think they said it was like, came out to 12 weeks. But who knows? I mean, you never know how quick they get. Maybe they, ramped up production. By the way, what would you guys rather see? I normally not show my face on anything, but I could always switch it to me so you can see, hey, this is what I look like right here. Or you can see what Dallas traffic is like, and we can go back to that. Hello from Miami. October 27th, so I would think you'd be getting it soon. Oh, the 93 Ram story. Oh, I love that truck. Yeah, that was also my favorite truck. I wish I could find that truck and get it back. But yeah, if you put your order in on the 1320 back in October, I would assume that thing's gotta be getting close to being done and sent to you. All right, now my other reason. Oh, thank you on that. Yep, that was those 10s, man. Daniel, you don't even have a VIN yet. Thanks again on the 10s. I would check in on that, because if you ordered October 27th, you should have had a VIN a very long time ago. So I'd check on that. But yeah, so 10s, I'm hoping I can reproduce it again. I got my next. I should hopefully do a private rental in the next month or so. Plum Crazy. Yeah, I know. I saw there was a 23 just came out, was delivered in Sublime. And I do know sometimes I've heard of them doing paint runs. So it is possible they're holding off on the Plum Crazy cover a little bit. You never know. But I know the Sublime, that's back for this year, and I know that is already out on the streets. But yeah, hopefully I'll hit 10s again. Hopefully I'll get called out by some Mustangs, because I'm kind of getting tired of racing Mopars all the time. It's fun. I love it. Friendly competition is great, but I would love to race some Mustangs and Camaros for sure. But I don't know. Not much is going to happen between now and April. I'm not going to get Houston weather again, but I do have a rear lightweight bumper support I got installed. I've got maybe 30 more pounds of weight to remove. A couple minor things I can finally do, like getting a lower 180 thermostat, move my IAT sensor, a few things like that I was holding off on since I wanted to hit the 10s without touching anything on the engine whatsoever. My next goal, okay, so obviously 9s makes sense, right? If my first goal is 10s, next one is 9s. Hitting 1050, that's not really that good of a goal. So 999 will be my next goal. The question is, how do I hit 999? And basically, I'm holding out for the direct connection kits. Well, again, no one said which view you want. We'll go with this view for a little bit. So I'm waiting on direct connection kits, and if they come out, I want to get that. Even if it is overpriced, even if some people don't like it, because of the fact that I know there are a lot of people out there who want to do that because you get to keep your warranty. Also, I think that would be a pretty good goal, is running 9s in a Challenger that has nothing but direct connection kit. You got a 22 wide body scat. You've been doing the same thing. Okay, I don't know if I saw all of that message, but that is awesome. Yeah, so the engine mods, it all depends on direct connection. I'm really kind of holding off on that, and I'm hoping we hear something soon. Really, dude? Sorry, here, let me flip so you can see what I'm doing. I almost just ran in the back of this sign. So Nyle Maxwell Power Brokers, they're in Austin. They actually just put out a post that their techs have gone through training for direct connection, and actually posted a little screenshot of how it works. And I guess when you get a direct connection stage kit, you get a keychain with it that has a personal code on it. But that means, hopefully, the fact that they're doing that means that they're going to release pretty soon. Obviously, I know first it's going to be a Hellcats. I don't even know if they're releasing 392 stuff yet. But once they do, I'm all for it. I'm going to jump in. Like I said, I want to try and be the first one in the 9s, direct connection only, nothing else, and still have a factory warranty. So that's kind of my thing. So I'm not going to do anything that messes with the warranty until I hear more about direct connection. Never heard. Oh, the direct connection. You haven't heard of direct connection? Yeah. So it's yeah. The Power Brokers. They announced that last year, I think. Toro, what is up, man? How you doing? You live up, Daniel, out in New Orleans. Yeah. I don't know. I know that you can go on a Direct Connect or Dodge Garage and go to Direct Connection, and you can find the closest dealers. But the one I'm going to be working with, they're out of Austin. I'm in Dallas. They're actually about 4 hours away from me. But I've been kind of working with them and talking to them for a long time. And actually, I am on their, they put together Team Boustain at the Showdown. City was 72 C10 with the 327. Yeah, I feel all us car people, we all got... Oh, you dropped a video. Oh, with me in it. Oh, shit. All right, well, I am definitely going to check that out later tonight, Toro, for sure. I actually haven't seen any of your vids lately. I could have swore I saw your Black 1320 unwrapped and for sale, or I don't know if that was yours or not, but yeah, I'll definitely check that out. But yeah, I think we all car people have a story of some car that we wish we'd get back. I don't have any. My dad didn't have any. My dad was never a car guy, so in fact my 93 Ram was his though, so there's that. But yeah, that's actually where I started my lightweight weight reduction journey, because I used to always race Rams, and those things were heavy, although now they were lighter than what the Challengers are right now. All right, I'm just gonna keep flipping back and forth. Like for a few minutes we'll go to me, which I never show you guys me. A few minutes we'll go back to the road. And again, hopefully I don't crash into anybody. So yeah, I'm trying this out. So I work mostly from home. But one day a week, I have to go in the office. They've said we all got to go in one day a week. The office is like 45 miles from where I live, so it's about an hour drive. So hour long is a good amount of time for a live. So if this works out, if I don't crash while trying to read a chat, I'll do this probably every week. Oh, you work for American Airlines. All right, that's cool. Hey, I actually know I have some good friends that they're actually flight attendants for American, and they live out here. Doing a Hot Rod Power Tour in June. Oh, that's awesome. I want to do one of those power tours or drag weeks. That's really what I want to do, is a drag week. I know Sick Week, I think that's going on right now, isn't it? Or soon. And then you have the Hot Rod Drag Week, and there's a Rocky Mountain Drag Week. And I think that's in July, August, I don't know, it's sometime. I might try to do that if I can. Now, sometimes they have weird rules though, like you have to have an interior. You'd be surprised how many times I look at races and they have that weird, you must have an interior rule. Like, I don't get it. Why do you need an interior? My car's still street legal. All right, show you a little bit more of Dallas here. Oh, there we go. What we got over here? Devil Cat. Wait. Devil Cat SRT. Starts Atlanta, goes to Bristol. Older Hellcat right there. And I think the Power Tour is just, I think they have like at least one drag race a mill. It's not like the drag weeks, right, where you go to a drag strip every day. I'd like to do Power if they do the one where they basically do Route 66 again. That's all I want to do, because that is something I've never done. I've never done a Route 66 deal. I've been on parts of it. Yeah, it does. Now the slide is easier in my truck because, for one, you can probably hear me better. Some weeks I may take my car and drive the 1320 to work. Those might be harder to do lives though whenever I do those, because with no interior, that car is loud inside. Also, guys, if there's any issues with Stream at all, let me know. Because again, I'm gonna probably go through, watch it, see what the video looks like, and I got a brand new phone, so hopefully T-Mobile's network is as good as they say it is, and it doesn't drop while I'm driving. Do you launch from idle or do you power brake? Good question. You know, and I feel like that's a video I think I want to do, is different launching and staging techniques based on what your goal is. And that the answer to that question is, what is my goal for that run? So for when I'm going for the personal best, like when I hit the 10s, that was straight up off idle. Flashing that converter, just stabbing off idle, seems to work the best for me, and staging as shallow as possible. Doing that, I've had my best ever 60 foots, best ever ET, best ever trap speed. But if we're bracket racing and reaction time matters, then it's different. So local track opens there Sunday. Hey, Michael Cowan, what's going on? Oh, you got some new mods, right? I need to hear about that. Okay, so yeah, so if I'm bracket racing, and if we're running a pro tree, my whole launch is completely different. I have to practically deep stage, or just before deep, and then I power brake it. On my car, I foot brake it to about 2300 RPM. Now, a full tree, I rarely race a full tree, so I don't know. Well, I can't say for sure my best. I haven't really raced enough to get a set launch method dialed down. But for those, usually I'll foot brake it up only about to maybe 1,000 RPM. Because what I found out is the higher you foot brake these cars, the faster the car is going to react to you reacting. There's going to be a little bit less of a delay. Philip Gertler, what's that? 1320 Bully, what is up, man? All right, we're going to flip this around for a second, let you guys see my ugly face and what I actually look like. That way, too, because I've met so many people like Michael and others out at tracks, and I meet a lot of you guys through my car, where you walk up to my car and be like, is this your car? Because you guys know my car, but not me. So maybe I should show my face a little bit more often. So if you see me at the track, you don't have to depend on finding my car, because I'm not always right by my car, obviously. Oh, and Michael, actually, good thing you're on here. I was actually going to message you here. One of the things I was talking about I need to get done is I need to get my IAT sensor moved. And so I know you got the harness, so I was going to send you a message asking you where you got that harness from, because that's something I want to get done here in the next month, or at least before my next race. Well, now I have a bunch of video. Oh wait. Yes, Mo Party. Yeah, if you can make it to Mo Party. Okay, so for anyone that has a 1320, was it Daniel? Someone here said you ordered a 1320, so you should be having it here soon. Anyone with the Mopar period. Holly Mo Party, September. It's like the weekend of 15, 16, 17, something like that. Plan to go. Put it on your schedule. It's in Bowling Green, Kentucky. If you have a 1320, one of their drag racing classes is for 1320s. So as of now, it is still the largest gathering of 1320s anywhere in one place in the country. Last year, I was kind of disappointed. There was only like 14 or 15 of us. Now, disappointed because the year before, there was about the same number. And I told a lot of people about it. And I thought we'd have more, but we didn't. A couple guys actually did come back, but they upgraded to Hellcat, if you want to call it upgrade to a Hellcat. Oh, a trans tune. Okay, I definitely am interested to hear what you got going on there then, because you guys all know my problem with my trans. And that Legion, that video, that day I hit the 10s. Your dad's got a 15 RT 57 Jazz Blue. Nice. Your dad doesn't happen to be a Scotch drinker, is he? Oh, you'll be in the 9s? All right. Well, you definitely need to come out then, because obviously Tommy should be out there. Dude, Jason Andrews should be out there. And they both have, I think they're trying to have their cars in the 9s by then too. So you'll definitely want to come on out. Holy crap, look at this traffic here. I'm going to flip it here. I need to turn left at the traffic light that's so far ahead you can't even see where it is. Yay, Dallas traffic. This flight takes me an hour to get home. Anyway, oh, Holly Mo Party. I have nothing to do. I'm not sponsored by them or anything, but definitely go. If you want to see what it's like for 1320s, I have 2 videos from previous 2 years. But against all Mopars, they have a big Mopar show. They do autocross. If you're not into dragger, if you're into odd tracks, they have an autocross competition. They actually just added an off-road competition last year. It's a pretty cool place. So definitely, if you can, and I will be talking about that more and more, because I'd love to see as many of you guys out there, and a lot of 1320s obviously out there in September. So wide body Charger Scat, and you need a rear drag setup. All right, so obviously your most budget friendly ones are Race Stars, but they're also, of all the drag wheels, they're about the heaviest drag wheels you can get. A lot of people go with Forge Stars. So Forge Stars, yeah, VMS. So VMS and Forge Stars are the two that I hear that are pretty decently lightweight, not like the Race Stars, but still pretty much affordable. Not like, you know, Welds or Billet Special, especially Billet Specialties. Holy crap, those are expensive. Or Bogarts. But yeah, VMS and Forge Stars. And I'm actually looking in for a set of VMSs, not for the track, because obviously I got my Billet Specialties, but I want to get a set of lightweight wheels for the street, mainly because I'd like to hit up some drag races or tested tunes so I don't tow it or have to worry about swapping out wheels. I just want to go there, show up, race, and go home. So I'm looking at maybe getting some VMSs for that and making them my street setup. Florida. So as of now, so 17s are going to be the big benefit. 17s, your center of mass, rotating mass, will be more towards the center, which is better. But also, tires are easier to find in 17s than they are 18s, which means they'll also be a little bit cheaper, even though not much. They're pretty expensive. So back to Florida. As of right now, you guys don't want to see sitting cars. So as of right now, I don't think I'm going to make it to Florida this year, at least not for racing. There might be an Orlando trip, but nothing to do with racing. If that happens, it'll be end of the year. Obviously, I would love to get out there for the Modern Street Hemi Shootout, which is happening March 24th, 25th, but I don't think I can make it. It's still possible, and if it does, I'll let you guys know, but as of right now, probably not happening. I do want to hit a race out west, but other than that, yeah, Florida, probably not happening. But we'll see. I mean, things can change. So just after last year, I literally put on over 10,000 miles just for the Hemi Shootout races. Michigan Motorsports. Okay, perfect. Yeah, I'm going to rewatch this to make sure I don't forget. I shouldn't forget that, Michigan. But then again, you told me that before, and I forgot, even though that was Maryland, you know, like 6 months ago. But can I cut? So sorry, I'm trying to. Yes, I'm cutting you off. Sorry, dude. All right. Go, people, go. People in Dallas suck driving. Anyway. Now I forgot what I was saying. IAT harness, yep, I gotta do that. I got a video coming up, my rear lightweight bumper support that I won at Legion. I'll be getting that installed. I have a video on that soon. When I do the IAT sensors, I'll do a video on that. No, on mine, being a standard body, I run a 305. 12 Dodge Ram, 3/4 ton, nice. Yeah, this 2017 Ram, I'm up to 118,000 miles now, and it's a workhorse. But yeah, so on my regular body Challenger, I run a 305 4517. I think it's 45. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure 305 4517. But yeah, well, if it's a wide body, if you have a wide body, yeah, you'll probably want to go 315. I think what comes stock on wide bodies is 305. But you can go 315, and I know that's what most of the wide body people I know is they run 315s. Yeah, I don't know the height for a 315, no. But pretty much any Mopar speed shop, I've seen a few now, they got a big stock of tires, and they'll have both. They'll have 315s for the wide body guys and 305s for the regular body guys. And my 305s, they fit good. I think my wheels are like a 6.5 inch offset. And I think they look good. Like if you see some of my Instagram pictures, I have a little side rear profile. I like the way they look, so. Yeah, Ellis, I love the Ram talk because I am a Ram guy at heart. This 2017 is actually my 5th Ram. I am running 28 by 11.5. Oh. Dope. Missed the chat, it disappeared. 28, 11.5, 17 Hoosiers and some. Okay, yeah, those are the wide body. So those are actually what I'm running now. I started with the ET Street R's, the 305 45 17s. And now I'm running the Hoosier DBRs, and those are 28 by 10.5 17. And I like the Hoosiers a lot better. That's another video I'm going to do. Hoosiers QTP DOT, great for the street, but stay chat, no. I wish the chats would stay up so I have time to finish reading them. Yeah, well, I'll tell you, so far, I like the DBRs. They're hooking good, they're doing good, and they're lighter. So the Hoosier DBR versus the Mickey Thompson ET Street R, exact same size. The Hoosier's 8 pounds lighter a piece. No, it's the radial, the drag bracket radial DBR. But it's still, I mean, it's a radial, but it's nowhere near as beefy as the ET Street R's. The sidewall is a lot thinner, and they wrinkle so easy. It sucks that Legion, I didn't have anybody there with me taking pictures. And of course, I have the worst luck with track photographers. Like, there's track photographers there, they got tons of pictures on everybody's car except mine. They had a bunch of, few of me in the pits and one view from far away right after I got done my burnout, but no launch pic, not a single launch pic from Legion. So I didn't get to see my rear tires, but I know there was one in a video I could the video is kind of grainy, but you can tell the tires were wrinkling. But I know another dude when I was at Mo Party, man, his Hoosiers literally were wrinkling just him moving his car up onto his trailer. So they are definitely not as stout as the Mickey Thompsons are. Oh, you had an 04 Ram 1500 quad cab? For that 01. Nice. Okay, yeah, because I had so my 5 Rams, my first one was actually an 86 Ram, 318 2-barrel, 1-wheel peel. It couldn't even peel that 1 wheel on ice. Second was my 93 Ram that I loved. Third was my 97 Ram, all 318s up to that point. Fourth was a 02 Ram, all regular cabs too. Regular cabs, fourth 02 Ram with a 360, which a 360, that thing was a torque beast. I actually hit the dyno up with a bunch of 03 and 04 Rams that had the Hemi when it first came out, the 5.7, and my little 360 out-torqued every single one of those Hemis. It launched hard. And then the 17 Ram that I drive now, I missed so it went a long time without a new truck. But I keep all my trucks, so every car I have, I keep to 120, 130,000 miles. So this truck, I don't know how much longer I'll have it, but it's been great. So, Philip, what did you say? Oh, you picked a lane where there's no photographer? Yeah. Well, here's my other problem. So at Legion, a lot of people do a lot of runs, but they all have, I mean, there was like 35 demons, and they all have that inner chiller. And a lot of Hellcat guys, or demon chiller, a lot of Hellcat guys have the chillers. And they can run a little bit faster in between, they don't have to wait as long for cooldown because they have that chiller helping things out. Whereas with us, I don't know if you guys noticed, like with my car, my car hates hot lapping. It hates it. Every time, like you saw in that video, every time I tried to hot lap it, the car went way slower, even given the bad shifts. So I was, especially because I was going for 10s, I was waiting an hour and a half in between runs, which limited the runs I could have. So which limited the times I'm on a track, which limited my chances of being in front of a photographer. So, oh well, what can you do though? But I know there was some guys, the guy that puts on the Legion event, he said he got 57 passes over the weekend. Said the record for the weekend, one guy did 69 passes over 3 days, which is insane. Like, I did 20 over the whole weekend. 10 the first day when I hit my 10s, and then after that, I'll be honest, after I hit my 10s, I was kind of sitting there in a pit, and I was just like, now what? Because I hit my goal, so I was just like, okay, well, first run after, I did one more 10-second run, and I was like, let me do trans brake. And then we did have the competition, so that was cool. And at that point, I was kind of worried more about the competition because so much involved, and I wanted to win because I really needed that money. So I wasn't doing as many test and tune hits, and the fact that I had to drive my car at the end of the weekend back home 300 miles. So I kind of decided to take it easy on the car. She had earned it. 03 Ram 1500 5.7 with the Thunder Road package. I don't remember the Thunder Road. I'm trying to remember that one. I do remember the Rumblebees. Those were pretty cool, even though they were mostly just stickers and cat back exhaust. Well, the truck I really want though is an SRT10. That is the truck I want. My 02 Ram, I actually had the front clip from SRT10, which some people call it out badging. I didn't put it off as an SRT. I just like the hood and the bumper. A regular cab though, I don't want the quad cab SRT10. Oh, we got us a old Challenger in front of me. Probably just a V6 though. 19 power. I like them power wagons. I got a buddy of mine. He's got I think his is an 18 power wagon. They're pretty cool. I like them. So I'm looking at, I don't know what I'm looking at next. I have a couple things to fix on this truck first. I have the infamous Hemi warped exhaust manifold tick that I need to fix, which I got the parts in. I'll get that the next few weeks. I think I got a bad carrier bearing on this truck too, because it kind of clunks every time I slow down and take off, kind of like something's not right down there. So I got to fix that. And I do have a review coming out of this Ram. So I bought it with 39,000 miles on it. I'm up to 118,000. I started a 100,000 mile review on it 18,000 miles ago. I've literally been recording that video for 8 months now. I get races and all this other stuff and work, and I'm so far behind on all my videos. Boosted Hemi from North Carolina, what is up? I would like to go back to North Carolina this year. Besides, I'd love to go to Florida, but Rockingham, I'd love to go back to Rockingham again, because they just, I don't know if you guys know, or I don't know if you're even close to Rockingham, but they're still finishing up resurfacing the entire track surface. So they actually just tore out all the old concrete or asphalt, whatever they had, and they're laying down all new concrete, I think up to the 800-foot mark. All right, Samuel, see you. Thanks for joining in. Appreciate it for my inaugural. Oh, I like how it's going so far. You make this drive not as boring. And oh, there's a 911 up on this flatbed. Wonder what happened to him. Not as boring, and you help me calm down my road rage. Not that I have road rage, but you know, sometimes I get a little bit upset at people because people here don't know how to drive. What's the deal with this 911? They remodeled the bathrooms and installed showers. Well, they did have one shower there. I don't know if you know it. So in the old bathroom, they did have one shower, and I did use it because obviously, as you know, dude, what are you doing? Really? You're gonna go halfway out into the lane? Really? But it was a pretty rundown shower. They definitely needed and that's why I heard Dan, who is one of the owners that took over the track, he was talking about remodeling bathrooms. I told him, like, hey, make sure you keep the shower because you'll have guys like me who could really use it. And that's another thing I love about Moparty at Beach Bend. They actually have several showers in their bathhouse. So Beach Bend is an awesome track to stay at the track, camping out because of that fact. Ellis, I think you said something. Thunder Roads had the ground effects of a Rumblebee on painted OEM fiberglass bed cover. Exhaust tip chrome. Okay, and it says Thunder Road. Now I'm surprised. I think also I'm getting older. My memory's going away on me. But back in those years, I was really big into several of the Dodge forums and the Ram forums, and I put together a lot of Ram truck meets. And I remember one time we had, I think it was like around 05, had a caravan of like almost 50 Ram trucks. And this was before like things like Wham and all that does all the caravans and things. So I have to look that up. But that's like one of those one of the least known Ram truck packages is the TRX, not the new one, but in 07, I think it was 07, they made a TRX package trim option on the Rams, and it's just a sticker package. It's nothing fancy. But it's funny when people see one on a road because all the Up Badger people instantly go off when they see this, and they'll post a picture and they'll talk all kinds of crap. And I just laugh because, like, it's not up badging, it's an actual real TRX. They literally had a TRX in 07, which, as much as I love the Ram trucks, I think the years of like 06, 07 were the ugliest ones. Like, I do not like the way their front ends looked in those couple years. So yeah, North Carolina, I'd like to go out there. Now, 2 races. I am going to Detroit, so if you guys are anyone out in Detroit area, or a Woodward Dream Cruise, the Woodward Dream Cruise weekend, same as last year, I am going to definitely hit up the Hemi Shootout race that weekend and do Woodward Dream Cruise. So those are 2 for sure road trips I'm going to do. Moparty in Kentucky in September, Detroit in August for Hemi Shootout and Dream Cruise. And then I wish I had known about what's going on at Muscle Cars at the Strip in Vegas sooner than I did, because, man, I would have loved to go out there next month, especially see that last call deal, which I'm sure, I don't know if you guys seen it, Dodge teased some weird, like, leprechaun looking face, red eye face. I don't know what the heck that thing is, but that'll be interesting. Okay, let's go back. Hey, it's getting darker. So that, you see all them headlights back there? Like, I didn't even take off that hard, and I am way in front of everybody. That's people drive slow in Dallas. It's bad. Of course, I could probably turn my headlights on. Oh, tomorrow, I'll have some videos coming out soon of car show stuff. So there's a Dallas Auto Show is happening tomorrow, or they call it the North Texas Auto Show now. And I will be heading out to that. It's not a big auto show, so I don't expect to see too much there. Dodge-wise, I think they're going to have like a super, I mean, stuff that everybody's seen, nothing new. But they do have ride and drive, test and drive, something like that. So I might do that if they have anything interesting to test out. They might have a Grand Wagoneer with that Hurricane 6 Turbo 6. I might try that if they have it. They said they're doing test drive on Challenger. I don't know what kind though, so maybe I'll do that. They also have some kind of EV road course that's inside the building, which I'm not going to get into all the EV stuff, but I'm probably still going to at least do that to experience it, to see what it's like. And then I'll see what else they got. I think they have like a Shelby commemorative display. I guess a bunch of people at Shelby's are going to put together a thing. Fortunately, it's all the Ford Shelby's, Mustangs and Shelby Cobras. I saw they had kind of a preview. I didn't see any of the old 4-cylinder turbochargers or Omnis or nothing like that. But I'll still check it out because Shelby's obviously a legend, so. All right, let's flip it to the street. Yeah, oh yeah, you can see a little bit better than the darkness inside of my cab. I apologize for the coughing. I apparently had COVID like 2.5 months ago, and I have had a cough that just has not gone away ever since. Stay there, Tesla. Oh, also I thought that I think Chevy has a test and drive at the auto show tomorrow too, and they have a Camaro. And you know what? I might just do that. Be like, Challenger dude drives a Camaro, just to see. I don't know, try it out. Not that I'll ever do that because I am Mopar, no car, all the way through. But it's still good to learn about your competition. All right, well, we got a whopping 3 of us in here. Well, 4 if you count me, which is awesome. But yeah, I think I'm gonna do this every week. I'm gonna make this a weekly thing. So again, my work, I'm in software, and they said they wanted at least one software guy in the office every day. Why? I have no idea, because I literally don't talk or interact with hardly anybody there, because there's not a lot of people there. But anyway, that don't matter. So I picked Thursday as my day to go in. Um, so yeah, I think we'll make this a weekly thing. So if you've been here, look for me again next week. I'm almost home, by the way. I think I got about, well, not quite almost, 10 more minutes. At least 10 more. And I started the live right as I was pulling out from my office. So that gives you an idea of how far I drive and why I don't want to go into the office. Oh, yeah, another question. I was going to put up a poll about this somewhere, but I've been messing around with different camera angles and camera views when I'm racing. I just added like over my left shoulder view. I added in the last one the view from my behind the rear door facing forward. Obviously, I've got my dash view. I've got my helmet view. I've got, sometimes I do things. Yeah, go ahead, Chevy. Whatever. I was probably going to do a poll and be like, hey, which of these views do you guys like to see? Which ones don't you like as much? I had a couple people already tell me they kind of like that over the shoulder view. I only had a couple runs with that view because I tried out a different view. So I tried out another view where I had the camera kind of on the center console, but when I looked at it, I didn't use any of those dash though, because I get asked a lot like, what RPM does it shift at? All sorts of questions that you would see if I actually could show my dash. You live 5 minutes from your work? Man, I lived that close to a job I had once in my life. One time. It was so nice. For some reason, I've always lived far away from work. Like, I think most of the time it's always been 40 miles. My longest one, when I lived in Detroit, I lived north of Detroit, worked in Ann Arbor, and I had a 57-mile commute one way. And I had to do that 5 days a week. And that sucked. I will never have a 50 plus. I mean, I'm pretty close here with like 43 mile, but. All right, we'll go back to the street view because it's dark in here and you can't see me anyway. Oh, this part sucks. Like the last couple miles of my commute, the traffic is so ridiculously bad that it practically takes half the time of my drive. what is the camera focusing on? Oh, it's focusing on my windshield. All right, fine. I guess we're not moving. What happens there? Throw on some light. Nah, sure. Let's shine a light on me. And I'm just cruising along at 5 miles an hour right now, so why not? You're trying to watch my tack on the downshifts. That might be nice. I think what I need is, so I had like one of those GoPro Jaws with those flexible arms. So I had it attached at the back of my center console facing forward. And I thought I could get the tack, but I couldn't. But what I think I need to do is get one of those mounts that I can have on a dash and kind of has the arm sticking out and have it like kind of right at my dash where the steering wheel's not in the way. And I'm going to try and figure that out before the next time I go to the race, because I did have one race where I actually took my rear camera for the dash cam and just put it on my steering wheel. The problem with that though is obviously turning, because I had to pull it off, otherwise it tangled the cord. And I couldn't get it to look right at it, and I really need to wash or clean the inside of my car. And that plastic gauge cover is so dusty. But the problem is I try not to ever clean it, because I'm always worried about scratching the plastic. And because, you know, after a while, no matter how much you try to be careful, it's clear plastic and it's just going to have like all these little micro scratches. And you guys know a good way that minimizes those little micro scratches on clear plastic for your dash? I need to figure that out, because yeah, sometimes I'll be editing my videos and watching the clips, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this stuff's so dirty, it's embarrassing almost. But I got to put it out there, so I can't not put something out just because something's dirty. But also, I feel like the older I get, the less I like detailing, because it's kind of like the whole insanity thing. You know, you keep doing something over and over again, and you have to. You'll never be done. And some people like it, and I used to like it, and it used to be, you know, relaxed. I could spend hours detailing. But now I feel like I've got so much going on, I honestly just don't like it anymore. I hate it. Feel like I need a detailer, but I don't exactly, you know, have that much money to pay for a detailer all the time, or ever. I haven't ever done that. Plus, I don't trust people with my car, so that's the other problem. Is I am not a very trusted person. That's why I never, like this truck, I bought it 2019. I've had it, what, 3.5 years? Not once has gone to the dealer since I've had it. My Challenger, haven't been back to the dealer since I took delivery of it 2.5 years ago. I'd almost never take my vehicles in the shops for anything. You don't like detailing either, and you're 59. No. Yep. I know it's cool, and I run into people that are just like me, and you know, their cars aren't the prettiest. Well, they're pretty, but maybe they're not the cleanest. That was one reason I decided not to get a black car anymore, because all my trucks are always black, and those, man, they get dirty so easy. Now this Ram is the first white vehicle I've ever had, and I love it. It'll get dirty, but I won't even really realize how dirty it is until I wash it, and I'm like, oh man, that was dirty. Zero camber rear knuckles. Okay, so I don't know that much about those. I mean, I know enough. I know the whole reason is to, you know, zero camber, your rear wheels, tires are gonna be flatter, the full width of the tires should contact the track, the surface, all that. From what I understand, the 1320s already have zero camber knuckles, zero camber knuckles on them, which I've had a few people confirm that, saying they've actually gone alignment shop or checked out, and I have no reason not to believe that, because obviously a 1320 has different suspension made for drag racing, and I think Direct Connection has a set. But yeah, if you're a drag racer, if that's the main thing you're into, I'd be all for it. I would get it. Now, if it depends how much daily driving you do, because I think the biggest downside to those, from what I know, again, I haven't looked that much into it, so I don't know that much. But biggest downside from what I know is if you're a daily driver, your tires are just going to wear out more unevenly because of it, because of how it, how they grip the road and all that good stuff. Or maybe it's not wearing, maybe it just doesn't handle as good, because the whole point is when you take turns it'll flatten out, which is why some of those cars have them wheels are cambered like that. Actually, they just want to look stupid, I think, but that's another story. So yeah, but yeah, I probably just need to look into that. Suspension is something that I've never really looked at or learned about as much. It wasn't until I was a auto damage adjuster that's when I really learned about suspension and all the parts and all that good stuff. Because most of my knowledge, and I'll say this like a lot of my videos, like if I'm doing a how-to, I'm mainly showing you this is how I'm doing it. It may not always be the best way. Like my removing a windshield washer reservoir, you don't actually have to pull the whole front bumper off to get it off. But everything I do, I'm self-taught. So I just kind of figure things out. I never had auto shop, which is weird. But also, like I said, even growing up in Detroit, nobody in my family were car people. So I had nobody teach me. It was just me getting into it and hanging out with my friends and just doing stuff on our own on my own truck and ruining it, breaking things. But, memories, it was fun. Pete Rue. Seeing who all was in here on my chat. Yeah, I've actually been wanting to do this for a long time. These lives like this, I just keep putting it off for some reason, or I'm in a bad mood and I'm just like, I don't feel like putting the camera on. I have debated on some of my long road trips, just doing like a straight up, like, here, just drive with me, because all those races I went by myself. So that was a lot of hours on the road. The only downside is I feel like I drive through a lot of places with bad connections. So that was one of the reasons I kind of didn't want to do it, is I feel my phone would just be dropping in and out. But I got a brand new phone, and so far I think it's doing good. I think it's doing all right. Oh, the fun part of my drive. And it's cold out here today. It's like 42. Sure, not that cold if you're up north, but where are we at? 55 minutes into the stream. It's 55 minutes driving. And I am a few minutes from home, so we're going to be cutting this here pretty soon. 72 here over in North Carolina. Well, but here's the thing. So right now here, we're at the part of the year where it's a roller coaster. it was like 78 2 days ago, and tomorrow's supposed to be 51. I think Saturday low 50s, and then like Sunday, Monday it's going to jump right back up to like 78, 79. um, Last week was, like I said, it was high 70, upper 70s for the last part of the week, but before that was 30s. And it is, yeah, we're in this weird, but this part of Texas, where if you ever watch a weather map and you have that jet stream dips down, we're like right with that little dip. It'll come through us, we'll get cold, then it'll go past us and we're warm, and then another one will come in, cool us down. And that's just where we're at here. But we're also about to start in storm season here in a minute, which for anyone that's ever been from this area, Texas, Oklahoma, late February, March basically is a start. So March, April, May, it is storm season as far as tornadoes and hail. And I've kind of been wanting to do a vid on hail since I used to be an auto damage adjuster, and I have probably handled thousands of hail claims and repairs. And I would like to share what I know to help people get the most money they can in situations where they don't want to fix it. Because some people, if the hail isn't bad, you may not want to fix it. You'd rather just have the money. But insurance companies know that. So a lot of times they will lowball the first estimate, hoping that you don't get it fixed and not have a supplement. Worst case, if you go get it fixed, they'll call supplement and they'll pay for the rest. But that's why I have a way, like when before I sold my Avenger, I had some hail damage on it and I never fixed it, but I got paid for it. I made sure I got paid for it. So yeah, so if we get a hailstorm, we'll see. Hopefully my truck sits outside, so if we'll see if I get hit, you'll see a hail video on my Ram. But if not, I was thinking, because there's guaranteed to be people hail damage in Dallas area. So I was thinking, see if I can find somebody that will let me do a video for them on theirs. Oh, thanks, Nick. Appreciate that. Yeah, that was a video long time coming. I mean, I kind of planned out what I'm going to do in that video, heck, probably for a year. I kept planning out, okay, when I finally hit that 10, because I knew I could do it, especially after February last year, where I hit that 11034 in only negative 300 DA, not even negative 1,000 or anything crazy like that. So I knew I was capable of it, and yeah, that's one of the things I kind of want to show is, a lot of people, they'll do all these mods, but they don't realize, that they're going for a horsepower. No, they're going for a peak horsepower figure. But the problem is they'll give up horsepower in other parts of the curve for that peak number. So I'll see people that, like one dude here, actually raced with him Legion, awesome guy, awesome car. He actually was out 60 footing me, but I was a full half second faster than him. He had a wide body scat. So he had a tune done, all that, and I think they still need to do some revisions. So there's still work to be done. But it just the typical thing, like I'll see people all the time where they'll do all these mods and they're going to get faster one place here, top end or bottom end, but then they sacrifice the other. And I just kind of want to show, like, hey, these SRT guys kind of knew what they were doing when they put together the 392. That's a lot of people say, is there's not as much to do mod wise with it. So yeah, it was cool that I finally hit that and made that happen. So anyway, I am now pulling into my alley of where I live, and I won't turn the camera here because you guys don't need to see that. But so yeah, so I am going to have to cut off this stream, which is perfect. I hit 60 minutes. That's what I want to do. 1 hour long live streams. Again, I am going to be doing this every single week. Every Thursday, I go to work at the office. So every Thursday, I'm just going to make a plan. I leave work at 6 o'clock my time. I'm Central Time. And I will do this, again, every Thursday, except for weeks where I'm on vacation or something. Actually, maybe if I do this every week, maybe I will try to do that. Try not to miss it. Well, it's not that they can't be boosted. I know people that have boosted them. It's just you have to be careful and not boost them too much. So anyway, thank you guys for joining. I appreciate it. You made this hour-long commute much more enjoyable. I didn't rage as much as I normally do. So appreciate you guys watching, and like, comment, subscribe, all the stuff I always say. And all right, I'll see you, Michael. See you, everybody. See you next week. Once I figure out how to turn off the live streams. It may look stupid here. And all right, see ya.